I really want to record this in the car, but having my dad beside me, like it's going to be a little difficult for me to express whatever I think. And as usual, my dad drove to the spot, taking me with him, like our first meeting. So only this time, like we had a disappointment. Like the shop was completely closed and there was no one there in the shop. So it was mildly drizzling, it's not all that bad, but yeah. So after a few times of trying to reach the welder over phone, he called us back and he said that he got caught up in the rain and he won't be able to make it today. And we had no choice but to say okay, but we made a request from our side, like try to make some time for a project, like we made it more desperate, sounds desperate, and we really want to make him understand that we really mean what we say, and we left the place after that. So while we were in the car, like coming back to home, I turned on my mobile data and a few WhatsApp messages popped in. Seems like the welder has messaged us by 4:39 p.m. saying that he won't be able to make it today, got caught up in the rain. Oh no, I don't know what to say, we left the house a little early by 4:20 p.m. for the meeting, which is at 5 p.m. just because like it was drizzling, and I did not have my mobile data or internet on by that time, and it takes almost 15 minutes to reach the place. So even after reaching the place, we did not have the internet on, and so I don't know what to say, like it was drizzling, that's why we started early, and it's kind of unpredictable sometimes, like he responds to calls, he responds to messages few times, so it's like hard to figure out like how he's working, his methodology, so I don't know what to say. Though I was upset, I wanted to keep my hopes high, so I actually carried the dancing board deck with me to the workshop and brought back the same deck home, just because like welder wasn't there. I actually gave him time to acquire the materials required to build the forks, metal forks, front and rear fork. By the time the dancing board deck arrives, from Amazon, he hasn't given me any feedback at all till today. I thought he would give me some, and I really do not know what to say. So the welder called and he said like we will meet by 5 p.m. today. This time no WhatsApp messages or anything, I said okay. So as usual, I informed it to my dad, and he drove me to that spot, and I was carrying all the dancing board deck and a couple of trucks, wheels, the complete set with me, in case if I have to explain him anything, So we reached the spot only to learn that he wasn't there. Only his assistants or his employee kids are there, and the welder wasn't there. I really don't know what to say. Again, I could have done this in the car. I don't want to do it, so I came to my room and I'm doing it. So upon our arrival, the assistant kids over there, one of them came to me and asked like what and why and everything. I got to explain him everything, and so he said like, I'll call the owner and let's see what we can do after that. And so as he said, he made the call to the welder. I mean, he is the owner as well. So he gave the phone to me, and I spoke with him. The welder said like he got caught up with another job and he won't be able to make it today. So he said like, we'll work it out and we'll sort this schedule some other day and we'll start doing it. So as I gave the phone to the one of the assistants kid, like I was a little upset. I did not know what to say. I've been carrying all these things with me every time, and my dad has to drive me to the spot. Like he actually volunteered to drive me there. Otherwise I could have taken it myself. But what to do? This is the situation. And the welder kid asked me like if I want to leave the longboard deck with them. I don't want to carry it every time. So with all these things happening, and I did not have much trust on them, so I decided to keep it myself. So I told them like, I'll keep it with me. I'll bring it each and every time when he wants to meet us, to build this DIY LDP board. I'll carry and I'll bring it to them whenever needed. So, and after this, we left to our home. I really wasn't in the mood of filming when all these things were happening, so I did not film any of these at all. I really wanted something to begin to log the vlogs. I think I kind of lost hope with the welder, and I think I'm going to do this project myself. I even looked for all the tools that is required to execute this project all by myself, online, of course. So what I kind of expected from this welder was like proper communication, like to tell us like what is the progress, to update with what is happening, or like whether he is still looking for the materials, or like why this delay, instead of making us roam and keeping us wait and keeping us puzzled about what is going to happen next. I am kind of fed up with this response, but I also should say like I frankly did not expect this at all. So the problem in doing this project all by myself is like it's the cost. It's going to be a little expensive because like I need to buy all the tools just for this one project, and I might have to consider the materials, buying it. You might end up with a little wastage, or you might end up with some extra materials, so it's going to be a little expensive. Anyways, keeping all that aside, if you ask me like is it possible for me to do this project all by myself, I would say yes, definitely yes, it is possible. The question is like, in how much time? Like how much time I would need to save money to buy the materials, how much time I would need to save money to buy all the tools, to wait and have them reach me by courier and everything, and to check the condition, and and start building this project, and put everything and assemble them together as one thing, and present it to you guys as a video as well, like in how much time, as the question. But for now I would say like it is possible, and I've got some tools to at least cut this dancing longboard deck into a LDP deck. Like I've got a small saw which is used for cutting the metal, screws, bolts, nuts, etc. So I'm going to use that small saw to cut this dancing board deck into a LDP deck. I'm going to do that first, and then take things forward after that, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So as you see here, I removed all the trucks from the deck and everything, and I've marked the center position. This one is parted by 1.625 inch, which is like 43 mm apart. So I marked the center, drew a curve, or I could even have some sharp edges or a diamond cut like this. You follow my finger? Could be a curve or it could be a diamond cut like this. And I marked the holes as well. I just used the riser pads and matched that curve to this, and positioned it and made some holes here. So I'm going to keep my front or rear forks over there, and I followed the line, traced the position of the hole as well, and the other side is also marked like this, either a curve or you could have a straight cuts, and I even marked the holes there with the razor pads. So this is the dancing longboard, and I actually see a long distance pumping board deck or a setup in this dancing longboard. Hope you guys can see that too when we cut them out and put the forks and the wheels and mount the trucks, Peace. So as you guys can see, I just cut off one side of the board. I'm just going for the square cut here. I just marked all those things, right? So going for the square cut because I'm doing this right now myself because of the negligence I faced a little bit with the other third party. I've decided to cut this wood by myself. So the front shape is ready. We might need some holes here, so I might have to be very careful with that. And now I have the other side pending. So this I sawed them out. Actually I used a saw which is used for cutting the metals, but anyways, somehow I cut this and there is only one side pending. I'll do that. I've target of half an hour for that. So yeah, it's not easy, man. I thought like it's just 7-ply and it's going to come off easily or break easily, but it's really a tough board actually. Maybe the length of 42 inches kind of makes it a little weak, appear like it's weak, but actually it's very durable board. Yeah, thank you Amazon, thank you Iris company, great, peace. So guys, I was able to cut the other side as well. This is how the LDP deck which I imagined is looking like right now. Okay, so the cut is pretty bad. Looking on the grip tape, I might have to saw these places to make it even. This one looks pretty decent and this is a little bit not so even, so I might have to work on that. And so that's the LDP deck. We might have to make the holes and might have to work on the metal plates. Metal plate is a work in progress right now. and I want to show you guys this rotary blades which you will find on the Amazon, HSS and stuff. This requires 20,000 RPM. You can use it to score the board, like where you want to saw it properly, so you can use that to score it. But this drill bits and all, like, they have very less rotations per minute, so you may not be able to cut them properly, but you can use this to score the board and use the saw to cut them out properly. So that's what I did. It's a little bit of work around, a bit of hard work, might have to sweat a little bit, but it's possible. So let's work on the metal plates later. This video is made like periodically. It's going to be like for a few moments. I do not know for how long, because I'm still figuring out where to find the metal plates and cut them out and drill them, and there's a lot of process involved, so to make the forks, front and rear ones. So as of now, the board is ready. I might have to drill holes. Peace. Just making a point hole before I place the actual drill bit to make a hole for the front and rear forks to sit. So yeah, peace. So I made the drill for just 4 holes. I'm not going for the new design. I'm not going for the old design, which is like 2.5 inch or so, and this is like just 2.25 inch. The 54 hole, that gap between each hole. This one is like 1.625 inches, 43 from center to center. This one is like 54 I went for this. There are markings for 2 more, which would extend to 63.5 or so, which is like 2.5 inch. But I'm not doing that right now, because just the board, and we're going to mount the plates here. So I can match the holes from the board to the plate and drill there in the plate also. So as of now, I have cleaned the grip tape after drilling the hole, and you might have seen that in the time lapse. And here are the rear side holes. So this is my very first experience of building my own long distance pumping board setup. So there's going to be a mismatch of lighting setups. Like I tend to forget to turn on a couple of lights. So forgive me. Hope you guys understand me, and it's all messy, and I'm too much involved in the process than making the video. So it was like two-way process. I got to make the video as well as build the board. So it's just a little difficult, but I'm managing it to doing properly. Without wasting the product area. So hope you guys are enjoying the process as of now, and it will continue once I contact the person and start building the metal forks. Okay, peace.